One of my favorite stories in the New Testament is found in John chapter 4. Remember, John is the gospel of belief. I've written these things that you might believe, John 20 and verse 31. And so in John chapter 4, Jesus is weary from his journey. He's hungry, so the apostles gone into the city to get something to eat. He's tired. He's just sitting at the side of this well talking with the Samaritan woman. And he asks her for something to drink. And she says, "You're talking to me?" He says, "Well, if you're talking to me, I give you living water," which she's very intrigued by. It meant no more long trips to the well. It meant no more thirst. It would just spring up life within her. And Jesus begins to reveal some very personal information about her marriage situation. And by that time, she begins to realize there's something special about Jesus. He must be a prophet. No, he must be the prophet that was to come, the Messiah. And so she drops her bucket, and the very reason she came, and she went into the town to tell everybody about Jesus. In verse 29, she says, "Come, see the man who told me all the things I ever did. Could this be the Christ?" And so the Samaritans are just coming out to Jesus in droves. And in verse 39, it says, "Many of the Samaritans of the city believed in him because of the word of the woman who testified. He told me all the things I ever did." And so when the Samaritans had come to him, they urged him to stay with them, and he stayed there 2 days. And many more believed because of his own word. And they said to the woman, "Now we believe not because of what you said, for we ourselves have heard him, and we know that this is indeed the Christ, the Savior of the world." Now that's key. We don't want you to believe in Jesus because something you've heard from us. We want you to believe in Jesus because something you've heard from him. Now, granted, we can't physically go to him and hear him anymore, but there has to be a personal investigation. We can read the very words that he spoke. We can know about the very miracles that he performed. And so we can come to believe the very same things the Samaritans came to believe as we read and study the eyewitness accounts. And yet there are those who are satisfied with hand-me-down faith. They have limited what they believe to what somebody's told them to believe, whether it's their parents or their preacher. We want to encourage you to listen to them and evaluate what they say. But don't believe something simply because somebody tells you to believe it. You have to come and see for yourselves. You have to study, you have to read and grow in the scriptures. And so come to develop your own faith, the very faith that God intends all true believers to have.